Hey friends, I'm here with a tutorial. I would like to show you how to cut the lace on a new wig. I have a video on YouTube showing how to do this. I actually have a couple of different videos out there, but you guys have told me over and over that repetition is super important to you. It really helps you to get these concepts and learn these skills when you can see it done multiple times. And I have a brand new wig, so I thought, okay, I'll cut this on video and I'll put it out here for you guys to see. Now, the wig on my head is from Deborah's Enchanted. It's a human hair wig, and I am actually partnering with her to bring you some information about her and her business. And I have two of her wigs to show you in two different cap styles, which to me, that is gold, because it's so hard when you purchase human hair wigs and there's really not a lot of reviews out there. This will help you if you're looking at some of her pieces to understand two of her different cap styles. All right, and this wig has only been air dried. I've washed it and I've air dried it. I have not styled it yet. So this is air dried, and they do air dry wavy. And she says all of her wigs air dry fairly, somewhat wavy, which I appreciate so much. I love a wavy air dried look on wigs. It's just my favorite. All right, stay tuned for more information on all of that. Let's talk about cutting the lace. First of all, I want you to see what I mean. So this is a wig, and this here is the lace that you have to cut. Most human hair wigs come with lace that needs to be cut. Not all. There's always exceptions, but most of them come with lace that needs to be cut. One of the reasons for that is it allows you to cut it the way that you would like it. It allows you to follow your own hairline and cut it so it mimics your own hairline. If you have a widow's peak, I don't have a widow's peak, so I'm gonna cut it straight across at that section. If you have a widow's peak, you might cut it a little differently to accommodate for your widow's peak. So keep in mind, a lot of wigs that you purchase that are human hair will need the lace cut. Also, some budget-friendly synthetic wigs often come with the lace needing to be cut. It's the more major retailer, major manufacturer synthetic wigs that generally are considered ready to wear and come with the lace already cut. You don't have to cut it. But even in that case, I sometimes find I need to cut my lace because I can see it. And so in a video on YouTube, I show you the different types of lace. There's kind of different textures of lace and some tips and tricks on cutting that depending on what it is. This type of lace here, and what I have seen on most human hair wigs, is a very stretchy, flexible lace. The lace on ready-to-wear synthetics, often the ones that come pre-cut, are a lot more structured, a little bit stiffer, and they feel a little bit, this is super soft and flexible, where sometimes those can feel a little rough and stiff. And I cut those differently. So if you're watching this and trying to apply what I'm going to do today with one of those types of wigs, I encourage you to watch that other video. Let me know if you need me to send you a link. All right, so I don't know how to make these videos short. I have so much I want to educate on. All right, so I like to use these little tiny scissors. I find them to be very easy to use. They're not bulky. This is kind of detail work, so it's nice to have something that's not bulky, and they're very sharp. And I will link this in my bio in case you want. I just bought it on Amazon. They're not expensive, but you can use any pair of sharp scissors that you already own. Some people will cut the lace on their head because it allows them to follow their hairline a little bit better. I'm not a fan of that personally, so I'm not going to cut it on my head. But what you would do if you wanted to cut it on your head is you would take the hair and you would clip it out of the way. Regardless of if you're doing it on your head or somewhere else, it is super, super important that you clip this hair out of the way. Don't skip this step. It does make it so much easier, and you can avoid inadvertently cutting some of the hair because it slipped in the way. So I just take alligator clips. You can take claw clips, whatever works for you, and I pin it up all out of the way. And then another way that makes it a little bit easier is to cut up the center, get to the hairline, and then you can start cutting the lace from that point on one side and then on the other side. Again, I'm not going to do this on my head. That's not my preference, but I wanted to give you guys that as an option because it's an option, and I think you should know all the different ways, and then you find your own way and what works best for you. All right, let's cut it. I'm going to take it off my head, put it on the counter, and we'll get cutting. Okay, so in my video on YouTube, I actually show you how to do this on a mannequin head. That can be a really nice way to do it. I'm just gonna do it here on the counter because I find I'm a little more experienced and I'm pretty quick at it when I do it this way instead of setting up the mannequin head. But like I said, I've got all the hair pushed back, and so now I'm just gonna follow the hairline. And if your scissors are sharp, you will make very quick work of this. Now, how much space you leave between the lace front and the hairline, I'm not as quick when I'm trying to talk, is personal preference. I like to cut very, very close to the hairline. That's my personal preference. I don't usually leave a lot of lace, but some people leave more lace, maybe an 1/8 of an inch, so that they've got room to trim it later if it starts to fray. Another tip, which I should have done and I didn't, you could spray this with water. That will really keep that hair out of the way. But just follow the hairline, and that's it. The lace is cut. I may need to do some cleanup on some sections that maybe I left a little longer than I prefer, partly because I'm looking through my phone to do this. But it's as simple as that. If I were you, when you first start, leave it long. You can always go back and touch it up, but as you're learning, don't make the mistake of cutting too much because you can't put it back. All right, and that's it. It was as simple as that and as quick as that. So now the lace is all cut and I'm ready to wear it. So hopefully that helped you. Again, go slow, leave it longer than you really think you need. As you start to figure it out, you learn what works for you, and have fun. Thanks for watching.